What's up, world, and welcome to our show, Cuzzo Convo. We're your hosts, Renaissance Ronnie
and Mo Lovely. We're here to have an open dialogue about all things Black reality TV, highlighting positivity and giving out real life accountability checks.
So grab your seat and whatever you need, because we're about to dig in.
What's going on, Cuzzos? It's your host, Mo Lovely.
And Renaissance Ronnie.
And welcome to another episode of Cuzzo Convo. And we know that it has been a while, so we miss y'all. We thank y'all. We thank you for the loyalty. And again, we also want to say hey to our other distant Cuzzos. If you are new to the show, welcome. And don't forget to level up on that like button, hit subscribe, and share. So, of course, we are recapping the last two episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and some interesting episodes. Yeah, so like if I were to give it, I would have to say, like, obviously, like after the drama dying off, I would have to definitely say that there is a lot of positivity that is happening, but at the same time, there's some things that's questionable.
Some blurred lines.
Yeah. So we're going to get into it and pretty much talk. So we know that pretty much these last two episodes have really been focused around Mel, Martell, and their family, with a sprinkle of also we have Kimmy going through her whole transition and journey with having cancer. And then and just how she's got her village and how she's opening up to her village, supporting her. So yeah, and yeah, as far as kind of anything else, it's a little blurred because again, it seems like these last 2 weeks have been about the Holt. I mean, Mel, Cherie, and Martell Holt and the Holt children. So
it's Marlene.
Yeah.
And her braids.
Lord. So yeah, so
say when you put my braids in, honey, put them this way because I'm gonna wear them down the whole time. That's what she said. She said I'm gonna wear them in my eyes the whole time.
Not my eyes. So last week, definitely Mel hit everybody, including Miss Vanessa, with the shock of, so I invited Martell, he's coming along, he said he's gonna come along. And Miss Vanessa was definitely, I don't think she was ready for it. I mean, I think that she was, it's her daughter. So do I think that she was just in the sense of supporting and being like, I get it, like, this is what you guys did as a family unit, and it will be good for, and we all used to travel together. So yeah, but she definitely thought it was about to be just her, the kids, and Mel.
Cause she ain't even there yet.
Is she not?
We haven't seen Van. Remember, she ain't there yet. She probably like, look, I'm gonna take my time getting out this since they didn't invite them.
True. So yes. So so what was your first initial thoughts? Well, because we obviously some weeks back, in a sense of the episode wise, that she actually, we knew that she said, hey, I'm taking the kids to Destin, if you want to come along, whatever, you're more than. He's like, oh, I appreciate that, whatever. But
we knew anyway from social media.
Well, yes, we knew that because this is when the allegations, or not even, but allegedly, that like, oh, are they dating again? Are they possibly getting back together? So yeah. And
it
so
was like
some of those,
something about the Sun. The Sun had released a little clip of them together on vacation.
Right.
Hank had released the little clip, and so they was like, okay, what's going on here? So we get to see the backstory of course, a couple of weeks back, like you said, we got to see that she actually asked Martell to come along on the vacation, which my take on it is I like that they decided that to go on this vacation, just to, I guess, to show solidarity amongst each other to the
Mm-hmm.
children. I do also understand that what Maurice and Marceau was trying to explain to him, that it may get
The
the
impression.
kid, yeah, give the impression that they are getting back together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think while they were saying that the two oldest probably would understand better that, this doesn't necessarily mean that they're getting back together. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think the two oldest have been with them the longest.
Correct.
So their hopes, I think, are higher than the younger two, because technically, not even Boss Babe, but Sugar Mama, she really doesn't know her parents as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So Sugar Mama definitely, she just gonna smile it up and ain't gonna know what's going on. And Boss Baby, Boss Baby seems to be more, um, she seemed to be more involved in like the whole infidelity thing. Because I remember Boss Baby was the one
We
hanging out
saw
the
you. I
window,
saw her.
yeah,
Yeah, out the
was
window.
with her mom catching him coming up out the hotel.
Yeah.
So Boss Baby probably like, I ain't even gonna get my hopes up because I already know what type of father I have. So it's probably like the two oldest, even though, of course, she's not even old enough to know what's really going on for real either. But the two older ones, while they said, I saw, we saw Melanie explain to them, this doesn't mean we're getting back together. And why they said they understand, I'm sure in the back of their mind, like, they like, okay. So,
Mm.
especially with the interactions between Mel and Martell, while I think Mel's trying to make it clear that they're not getting back together, and it's kind of like he kind of being a little flirty. At the same time, the lines are a little blurred, like when the whole food situation with the pizza,
Yeah.
and then him. Well, first he bought her favorite Cracker Jacks or something like
Well,
that.
the crunching much, but it wasn't her favorite. She was like, "Is this the wrong flavor?" So,
And then it
so
was her ordering the type of pizza he likes or whatever.
right.
I just think they're kind of carrying on. It's going, to me, it's going a little bit beyond just getting along, to show the kids that they are still, a family.
Mm-hmm. So like I can understand his gesture because this is an all expense paid whatever, and like him saying, hey, this is just a cute little thank you. Here's some cruncher much, whatever, right? Because I'm pretty sure he can't really necessarily afford anything else. So I mean he's still trying to build the wine I'm just, this is facts. Martell knows. Anyway, but so, he just tried like, here's some crunching munch, and then he brought in a wrong darn flavor anyway. So, like, I guess it's the thought that count. He's like, yeah. So I didn't really look at it funny until she said, "Oh yeah, Martell," and she was going through the pizza, and I'm thinking that she's like, "Okay, this is what I ordered," and I'm automatically I'm thinking like, "Okay, this is what her and the kids want." And when she was like this, can you believe this? They ain't got, she was like, I had ordered pepperoni sausage, the one that you like, and they gave me two separate, and I also had ordered some lemon pepper wings. They some naked wings that had no bit of lemon or pepper on. I was like this, and she was like, the ones that you like. And I was like, oh. And I said, well, was the kids considered at all? Like, did y'all even ask the kids, or it's just like the kids eat whatever we put in front of their face, so they don't need to ask us what they like
Right.
or what they don't like.
And my
Um,
whole thing is, although we're getting along and we're showing face for the children, if they sent the wrong pizza and it ain't the pizza that he usually like or eat or whatever, I'd be like, they sent the wrong pizza. So, well, here you go. Like, I wouldn't be like, let me get on the phone and call these people up and bomb them out because they didn't got your pizza wrong. Like, I would not even care. I'd be like, they got it wrong. So take the pepperoni off the one and put it on the sausage if that's how you like. Like, I would be kind of like, whatever.
yeah, yeah. So it was interesting. Yeah, and so I don't know. So I'm trying to figure, and you guys can let us know this in the comments. Like, was this a nice gesture from both of them, Was it like an innocent gesture when it came to Martell giving the crunch and munch and he ain't even knew the right flavor? So, we know Martell can be funny as well. So, so was that like a funny little, I appreciate you, but ha ha ha, I'm going to also give you the wrong flavor? Because he could have went somewhere else, whatever. Because, yeah, but whatever. That's not his wife. So, yeah. So but the other question that I have is, do you think that maybe Mel did this to try to possibly keep peace? Like, because she knows Martell and Martell being smart, and then them trying to create the most positive atmosphere and environment around their kids without them having to go back and forth and bicker. Do you think that she knew, if I don't get what he likes because I'm ordering pizza and I'm ordering wings, then he's going to open up his mouth and be like, so you ain't even think about me? Because we know that would be Martell. Like she would have been like, I mean, you're not my man, so I mean, you're the kid's father. So I mean, I'm just posing a question. Like, is it possible that the gesture was made out of wanting to just really create peace and trying not to really like get into any form of anything, because she's like, I don't want to mess this up for my kids, and I definitely don't want to mess this vacation up for me. Like, I'm just trying to keep peace and just, this is what it is.
I mean, I do feel like that's probably where her mindset was, because of course, if you're ordering pizza and you was married to this man for 13 years, you know what type of pizza he's going to be there. You're going to order the type of pizza he likes as well. My whole thing was making a scene about it, like, oh, hold up, I need to call these people. It was given
because they messed
my man pizza up. It was like, hold on now. That's what it seemed like. And it was like I said, ordering the pizza itself and getting the toppings that he likes, that's fine. But the whole extraness, because like I said, I would have, if they sent it wrong, I know what I ordered, I know he likes, I know what I ordered. They sent it wrong, I'd be like, I ordered this, but they got it wrong. So
yeah.
I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm about to call the people back and fuss them out, because this ain't, I've just been like, you can make it do what it do with this, right?
And he did. He right there with all them eating the pizza. They ain't complaints. Like I said, they must don't really ask the kids. They just must feed the kids, and that's it. Because even when
so they like cheese or whatever.
Right. So yeah. So okay. So yeah, so that's interesting. So we then go into obviously them having this whole conversation about, oh, where everybody's sleeping, and him saying, Mel, we're not sleeping in the same room. And she's just like, oh my God. Like, I'm not even entertaining that, sir.
They're not sleeping in the same room. And I don't even see why he needed to sleep on the same floor as the children. Like,
yeah, that was weird too. Unless he just trying to catch her, like seeing if she is like talking to somebody late at night or whatever. I don't know. It's weird. You sure Miss Van wasn't there? I swear Van was there.
She did say that Miss Van's room would be on the same level as her and the children, but she's not there yet.
I don't know why I felt like I saw her. Maybe it's because that same episode was the scene where she revealed that he was going to be there. So, because I'm like, that's where I seen Miss Van. But yeah, okay.
Because remember, even at the beach, they asked Miss Marlene to watch the children while they went inside.
That's right, Miss Marlene. So yeah, we move on to them picking up the rooms and whatever. And there was a conversation that they had. Wasn't there like a conversation that I think, I don't know, maybe it was just about like, I'm glad that we're here at this point or that week and whatever. And she was just like, yes, yeah. Anyway.
He kind of springs. Oh, okay. So then we fast forward to breakfast, and she had the chef from DC come make them breakfast.
Right. So now we're talking about the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah, because Yeah, right. Even though it was one episode, but it's always those to be continued. The Carlos King special, child. Um, it's like one day, and yes, and he was cooking it up with his salmon and avocado salmon
Those
with some blueberries. I was like, this is an interesting combination.
the kids
Um,
tearing it up too.
I know. I was like, because I that was one thing I had said. I said this. I was like, I said this is great. They have a great palette and like a
Yes.
variety. Because I'm like, I don't know like kids that age just like getting down unless they
Okay.
like of another ethnicity group.
My
Like
kids were like, mm-mm.
so it was good. It's little Tank's little prayer. He was like, and that we just all like
I was bringing it up, wasn't he?
was. I said, all right. But yeah, no, that was really nice. I'll just tell you this, child. One thing that we gonna say is, first of all, the fact that they had that beach house that was on the beach, and then she had the chef come in from DC. Let me just say this: Mel showing her coinage, child. Okay, she is showing her coinage.
I was
And
like,
there,
it wasn't no chefs down in Destin that she could have said, "Can you just ride on over here?" She had to fly one down from DC. She was like, "Let me show you how it was done."
yeah, he must have either been in an event and cooked for her before or whatever, where she,
I was looking like, "Man, was this your man?"
right, I was definitely, and I was funny because I was looking at Martell like I wonder because he was just like because he made the comment he was like, well, it looks good, and I was like, he said it looks good, like it looks good, but let's see if it tastes good, like because him being all just being a little smart aleck,
Mhm.
so. I was just like, don't start, child. The man, we can tell that the food is good, okay? Anyway, but yeah, no, that was nice, and that they enjoyed, and then of course, and during breakfast time, you knew you just could not. Martell had to do something. Like he was like, "How can I
Throwing
make
it
this
in there.
dramatic? Because we need a little bit of drama coming in." And then he's like, the fact that he called and talked to them, they wasn't like, oh, we're actually driving past Destin. No, nothing. Like, Martell, like, how dare you invite when you were an invitee? Like,
Mhm.
how dare you? Like,
But at the end of the day, it's a show, so it's like, oh, they're in the area too. We can get some camera time.
yeah. Well, I would have to say that it was a positive. I think
Yeah,
this
it
is
turned
probably
into a positive. Yeah.
yeah, it was probably the first time where I've seen like Tisha and Mel in a long time. Probably I would say at least in like 2 seasons. I feel like that
Mhm.
they've actually been able to like sit in a room and talk for more than like just a hi and bye or whatever,
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, so it was positive. They were playing their little game or whatever. And I'll tell you this, the best part I liked about it is
Tisha
when
do
the
everything and Marcel does nothing.
well, no, it was
No.
it was no, it was them. But when they said who does the kids prefer to hang out with, and she said Marceau, and then Mel said the one who don't do a goddamn one thing, I said, Chad, if that ain't the truth, I was like this exactly. But like I said, I told Tony, I said, you know what? I said the reason why those kids probably want to be with him the most is because he's probably not around like that. So
Or maybe he's just a fun dad. And she's
maybe, but
well, she's the disciplinarian because she's around them more.
I don't even feel that. I actually don't get disciplinarian from Tisha. I don't get that. I get like she might talk to you, and the only reason why I don't get that is because of how their relationship is. I don't get like disciplinarian because I feel like he's the disciplinary. So he'll be like, "Did you hear what your mother said?" Whatever. But I think that I just think that he's the one that's probably the least present in their lives, and which means that doesn't mean necessarily physically present, but it can be just in any way. Like again, we already seen several episodes where he's like, Tisha, you left your kids with me, like that means I have to cook for them, I have to do this for them, I
That
have to
man is
whatever.
not serious.
It's You can think that man's not serious. Y'all let us know. Y'all let me know. I'm telling y'all, like Marceau. I'm telling you. Marceau is a great businessman. That's the only thing that I can give him, is that he's a great businessman. Again, and I'm talking about as far as him starting his journey as a reality TV star. I can't tell you who Marceau was before the cameras hit his life, but I'm telling you right now, child, he loves all of this attention and all of everything that he's got.
Yes.
And I really think that he just is like, oh, this works for me. Well, since this works for me, this is what I'm gonna be. This is what I'm gonna do. And that's
Well, yeah, that's why I said he plays.
that's the thing, is he's becoming this thing like in real life. And that's why Tisha be like, who are you? Like, I don't even, like, what's this? Like, I'm confused. Anyway, child, let it go, because them checks ain't gonna be running forever. So you might as well just save your marriage and whatever. Well, anyway, because he said that, told Tisha anyway, if if she dies, that, or not, no, sorry, he ain't say if she dies. He said if he had to move on or whatever, I hope he can get married in 2 weeks.
Man, jokes.
Anyway, so yes, so it was good to see them, whatever. But I will tell you, I think the Mel had to like click herself over into this, because she was definitely over there tearing that daggone watermelon lip like it was the Last Supper, child. I was like this. I said, is she gonna engage? And she was like, all right, I guess I just need to come. They probably was like, and cut. Hey, Mel, we do need you to actually be in these scenes. And she like, this what? I'm over here cutting the watermelon.
And one thing, like, I will say, Mel done got a little thick with that DC chef making that food, because that's when she was in her little bathing suit out in the swim. I said, well, look at Mel.
Yes, I know that I think she's lost all of that weight at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
Because she said that she was like, I noticed that I definitely gained some pounds. And so she has has been working on her whole intervention or whatever. But yeah. So, but weight don't look bad on the girl, he was
How about Martell thinking she got braids for him? I'm like, what? Or you can talk about?
I don't know.
She's going to the beach. What did you want her to do? Slap a wig on?
Yeah, so it can float.
She knows that I get the girls' hair done
in
like
the water.
So she got some braids.
So the lace glue can lift up while the wave and swipe off. Like, he must don't look at them videos where them girls be like all up in the daggone water. Next thing you know, they wig pieces and weave parts and all whatever they be putting in their hair be not flying, but floating right across with the waves, child. Them things be gone. That's why people that be paying like crazy money, thousands of dollars for them units, child, I don't understand it. Because if it can't stick on my head like it's mine, no thank you. But yes, so yes, he yeah. So there was a lot. There was definitely a lot there. They definitely made sure that they filmed them separate, like they were far apart. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's for the kids. So
I think he did try to splash her a couple of times.
Yeah. So, but yeah, yeah. So I mean, I essentially I wish that we could say that this was something, as she extended the olive branch in her timing, that this was something that they could do to be continuously successful in their co-parenting. But unfortunately, this was something that was a nice little temporary cheap thrill for the whatever days, because we've seen online that he has just retracted and
I was hoping that once he got a girlfriend he would lighten up, but he may have gotten worse.
Yeah, the thing is truth, we just know, truth be told, he doesn't. And this is the thing. I don't know if he hates the fact that he's lost a good thing, or that he's lost a good thing on not on his terms, right?
Mm.
Just like she says, like, he likes to be in control of every little thing, right? She's like, he knows no boundaries. Right. And we see that. And so that's the thing. I truly believe that it ended on just not his terms. Like, if he could have ended it the way that he wanted to end it, then it would have probably been fine. Like, this is why I ended it, whatever. But she even made a little joke, and she was like, because just like you said, you wish you could marry me again. Ha! She was cracking up, child. Threw them thicky thighs up on that couch, cracking it on up. And I said, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so that's the thing. Like, is there a part of me that thinks that he really misses the marriage? A little part. I don't know. Because
You know.
my thing is that if I feel like if you really did miss the marriage, your behavior would be so different. And I just don't think that we've seen a consistent behavior every time. And I think you bring it up all the time about, nobody else can disrespect Mel unless it's Martell, right? And it's a control thing. And so I think that, it's like, oh, if it gives a little bit of, oh, if I can get back with her just so that I can hurt her. That's what it's given a little bit. Like, he might really miss her, but there's still that, just a little bit of that conniving piece and controlling piece of it that's like, yeah, I do miss her. I do miss my family being in the, under one household. But ooh wee, what it would be like if the tables would turn and I'm the one that's like, that's what it kind of gives.
Yeah,
Um,
it does. That's definitely what it is. He probably on the surface he misses her, but underlying he's just so egotistical that the underlying, really what it is that, like you said, it didn't end on his terms. So it's like, um no way can she walk away from me. No way like no way is she going can she move on from me. It's like he thinks he is the best thing.
right.
And so it's just like you said, it's almost like he wants to reel her back in just to throw her away again. And it's like, I don't know what happened to him as a child that makes him, first of all, Miss Marlene don't call him out on it. And I'm assuming it's because he's the breadwinner or whatever. Thinking that's the reason why. Well, maybe she's just that type of mom who don't really call her son out on his stuff all the way.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever happened to him that makes him just feel like he got to run stuff all the time, and if it ain't on his turn, I mean, he does it with. Apparently, it seems like he probably does it with Arion as well. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just wondering. I'm just waiting for the next season of Housewives of Atlanta to start to see how he's treating Sheree, someone who he came into the relationship and she has her own.
Right.
So, but then again, Sheree, she ain't got the best judgment either. Like she seemed like she might let somebody run her. I mean, she a boss lady. I mean, I don't know. Sheree got some weird ways with her men. Like we shall see how he treats her.
Yeah. Yes. I
Bob
mean,
wasn't all that nice to her. She kept trying
yeah.
with him. Big
Yeah. She kept saying that he physically abused her, and he was like, "When?" I said, "I was like, he said, no, no, I don't ever remember that." She was like, "You don't remember what?" He was like, "Oh, I do." Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll see. Okay. Again, it could be just all for the bag, child. So, like he said it, like Funky Dot even reported about, like, he said he is not with her, he is just doing whatever, the pool, fixing the pool. So I guess he's fixing the pool in her waves, her sea wave down
food, the
under.
plumbing, and everything else.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of. And he like, you get your whatever, because I was just about to say that. You get your rocks off, I get my rocks off, and we good, and we know that this is all gonna come. Because Sheree said, she was like, I'm not interested in this. Is also what's really funny to me, because Mel actually said the same thing in her confessional. But
Mm.
Sheree was like, I'm not looking for a husband. Like, so she's like, let's just get that together. Like right now, she was like, I'm just really looking to be out here to date, to like enjoy life. And if I find somebody in the process of that, then that's cool. So yes, so we already know, it seems the way in which she set it up, that they just are enjoying each other. I'm assuming, because we know that he ain't gonna be in no relationship, no monogamous relationship, or whatever. Not monogamous, well, probably that too, but for sure, not no celibate relationship, or abstaining from anything. So yeah, we definitely know that that's happening between them. But what I find interesting is that Mel said the same exact thing when they were like, well, do you want to be married or whatever? And she's like, I mean, marriage is not necessarily a thing that I necessarily want in my life. And it's unfortunate, because I don't think that, just because I think that you have had a bad seed in this relationship and whatever. I get it. I totally get it. People always say all the time, it's just a piece of paper. It doesn't really signify like whatever, because you have people who never get married, and they've been together for whatever. So I don't know if that's fear, really speaking of, if
Probably.
right, if I do get married again, is this going to be a repeat? I think that women have to be really careful about putting that out there, because you just have men that prey on vulnerable women. And I'm not saying, because she did say something interesting when she said she does feel like she's healed. I mean, I don't know. The 2 years that you guys have been divorced, and I can't throw like a healing on people like you not healed, but this is years of infidelity, years of disrespect. We're not talking about like, oh, the last year of marriage just all popped off and oh, whatever. It's
Mhm.
just that the ultimate disrespect of, okay, she's now pregnant, and then you're just really just out here just throwing peen. Like,
And she
like,
probably felt, especially with them being at the point where they can go on trips together, she probably felt healed. But what happens is he re-traumatizes her.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, I hope that I just hope that she's not operating out of fear, and that, whoever is her next person, that she, if they did ask her like, hey, marriage. Cause I don't know, like I feel like when you do say, I don't really necessarily want marriage, I don't know, like there's just a certain guys like love that. They're like, oh, okay, shoot, I can get with this woman. I can show her everything. No, I'm serious. Like certain guys really are like, that sound good to me. I don't want to be married, but the thing is that even though but there is a conditions with that though. Like they'll say like, okay, this woman says she don't want to be married, then that's cool. Yeah, I'll treat her right. I'll do all this, whatever. But then as soon as like a really rough patch hits, a lot of men run. Like they're not fighters like that. And so when they're like, oh, and I'm not saying that married men don't run either, but I'm just saying that like I just feel like when a man really does commit to marriage, there's a little seriousness behind it. A little seriousness behind it. You can still have a dub of a clown that be like, yeah, I'll just marry, people may get married all the time, like, okay, I'm on my fifth marriage. All right, nigga, no. Like no, I'm sorry. There's no way. Somebody told me they was married five. Mike Hill. Hello. If somebody told me they was married 5 times, you're not. No, 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 no. Whatever your ideal is of marriage and having that commitment, that to me, he is a type of man that just needs to be in committed relationships for the time frame that he wants to be in a committed relationship.
Mike Hill can't even be in a committed relationship if you ask me. But that's a whole other story for a whole other time. Mike
And then
Hill want to run the streets.
yeah, I guess yeah, I mean, all of the female friends, it was all questionable to
Exactly.
me. I definitely nothing wrong with having the opposite sex of friends. I just feel like I didn't understand the abundance of female friends, and then they
Mike
were
still
all
want the streets.
and then they were all like fine with it. They were like, "Oh yeah, we've been here, we've been friends, we're good." Like, and I'm just
We
like,
messed back in the day, but that ship has sailed now.
I'm right. I'm like all of them, and that's funny because Cynthia literally said like, "He's my best friend. Like, we'll always be friends." And I'm like,
So he didn't
so
add her to the friends. So when he get his next chick, she gonna be one of the girls one of the girlfriends that come on over and be like, "Hey, I'm Mike's friend."
right, exactly.
And then he gonna dump the new girl. She gonna become one of the friends, and then like I said, Mike, he want to run the streets.
Yeah. Yeah. So men like that, I don't feel like, even though they have committed to he's committed to several marriages, or people like that have committed to several marriages, right? There are certain people that I just feel like your marriage should just really be off limits for you until you really, whatever brokenness or whatever that you're dealing with that you can't seem to deal with, like, handle that and stop getting into relationships thinking like, oh yeah, like this is going to be the one, this is going to be whatever or whatever. But it didn't even seem, that's the thing, like it never seemed like he was even talking about the one, because even when I was looking at a podcast with them, he simply said, oh, we're just going to sell this ship until God tell us this. Not, I'm like, stop blaming everything on God. God ain't sitting up here telling you, okay, it's time to let this one go. It's time to let this one. Okay, now this is the time frame. Yep, it's 10:30 p.m. and let this go. Like, don't leave your ignorance and your brokenness and blaming it on my son. We gonna sell this ship until God says. Child, stop it. I No. You need to really go to God and figure some things out and ask him to reveal some things to you, because you obviously got some broken pieces that you are trying to find. And I think that he finds these little pieces of whatever that he's struggling within himself in these women. And then once he gets all of them, or whatever the excitement is, the thrill is, then he's like, okay, now granted, Cynthia was definitely um transparent about her. She was like, I quit my job, I was going through menopause, like whatever. She's like, so I wasn't necessarily the best spouse. So she was transparent about some
I
things.
mean, I guess I feel like she was making up excuses, but whatever. I mean, I'm sure that probably was, added to whatever was going on, but
Yeah.
honestly, it just didn't ever seem like it would work to me anyway. But
Yeah, no, it definitely didn't. It definitely. And when Kenya asked her in the shop and said, well, what's the rush? And she was like, you being thirsty. And she said, I am. And little Brooklyn laughed. She was like, yeah. So yeah, you
Brooklyn
can't
do.
you can't be thirsty when it comes to trying to find true love. And I think that she's dealt with already a lot. So, anywho, sorry y'all, we digress off of that. But bringing it back to, like I said, I hope that Melody does not operate in fear, and that as she does move forward in her life, that even if she just decides that she's not going to get married again, that at least she's really truly healed and she's opening up herself for true love, that will respect her, honor her, find her worthy, find her to be enough. Because, child, next week's episode, tell myself, I just want to know, why. She's like, oh Lord, we back to the head thing again. And I would get tired of that too. I'd be like, we're not about to sit here and talk at the restaurant and talk
I
about
think that I think that the previews might make it seem a little more dramatic than it. Well, we'll see. But I'm thinking he's trying to explain to her, like how he was telling Marceau that
Mhm.
he felt like he was starting to wonder why certain things in a relationship was happening. And he saying that he started to realize that it was a reaction to some of the things that he was doing. So
Right.
it seems like maybe that's what he's trying to get at in the next episode with Mel, but we'll see. But he believed that, even when he was telling Marceau that it sounded good, but he didn't even believe it himself. Just like he didn't believe when he was saying, they were talking about, if she finds a new man and, decides to move on, introduce him to the children or whatever, he didn't believe what he was saying then either. He just was, it sound good, but Martell ain't believe that.
Yeah.
Just turned around and said, well, this, I introduced him as the chef, but really he's my man. He would have been, he would have been upset.
Oh my God. That would
So
have
Marlene, they was leaving.
that would have been like, you talking about drama. That would have been a kicker, right? They'd be like, so this is Anthony, Chef Anthony Thomas, but dun, 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 kids, make the announcement.
The kids would be like, oh yeah, we had his food before.
Yeah. Be like, yeah, this Uncle Anthony. Be like, Uncle. Because like some women, which I think is weird, where they be like, they introduce their boyfriends and they be like, this Uncle so and so, and I'd be like, Uncle, and then next thing you know, it'd be like, me and Uncle getting married. They'd be like, but I thought that was like your brother. Like, what?
No.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so yeah, y'all, we digress. I don't know. Yeah, so what do y'all think? Y'all let us know in the comment section about this whole Martell and Melody continued after divorce life and co-parenting. Like, do you think that it is a healthy co-parenting, at least in these episodes? Because again, we already know, but shout out to Mel, she won the custody battle, because I don't even understand why he was trying to do that. And I'm glad that she actually, when Tisha was like, I think that it's great when you have like your village around and you got certain, people that can watch the kids. And she was like, oh, well, Martell don't believe in that. And he was like,
well,
yes.
it's because of her brother that's gay, that he doesn't want he doesn't want him watching the children.
Well, that, and then even his whole thing was like, she be having babysitters, like random babysitters, and then whatever.
I'm thinking he just sprinkled that in there because he don't want to seem homophobic, when really the issue is her having her brother, who's gay, watch the children. Because some people, for whatever reason, equate homosexuality to pedophilia.
Pedophilia. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or deviant or something.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and I'm pretty sure that, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, we can't do
And
that.
it's him just being controlling, because I'm sure when they were together, it probably was times when they were going out to dinner or whatever, and she'd be like, oh, my brother's just gonna come by and watch the kids while we go to dinner, and he probably was fine with it. So he's just controlling. He got a lot of issues.
Yeah, he does. And that's why I'm just not understanding why he's going from one reality show to the next.
For a check.
Well, yes, for sure, for Jack. He got to get his coinage back up, Chad.
He wants the people to buy the wine. He's gonna advertise his wine. Because I think maybe I might be wrong, but I'm thinking that they had a party, like a wine, I don't know, wine kickoff party or whatever in Atlanta, and him and Sheree were there together. So I'm sure that'll be highlighted on the show or whatever. All the girls probably were invited. So
yeah.
I mean, aside from Melody and Martell, which of course they took up the bulk of the show, we do want to touch a little bit on Kimmy and her journey.
Mm-hmm.
So the last episode, Kimmy decided she wanted to cut her hair before it started to fall out due to the chemo. And we see that Kimmy has like long, like beautiful hair. Kimmy had a lot of hair. Kimmy be hiding her hair up under them wigs. Cause Kimmy had put on a wig in a second. She had them wigs. She ready for this journey because she already had them wigs lined up anyway. But so she cut her hair, and she has, the way they did it, the nice little curly do. It was nice.
Yeah, I like.
But it was nice that her friend came to support her, and that Maurice was involved in the cutting of her hair. Because I'm sure her stylist could have did what Maurice did as well, but she wanted him to be involved.
Yeah.
And they're gonna donate her hair. So I thought all of that was nice. And on the last episode, we got, not the last one, the one before last, we got to see her family too, right? Her mom, her dad, her sister. You know Jalen, of course.
Yeah.
So that was nice. So she was saying that she had already. Well, I was confused by this. So is her mom and dad together? Because she was saying like she had already asked her mom to move down to Huntsville so she could take care of her mom, but she just said her mom. She didn't say her parents.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
So I was confused about that. But I guess we'll see more of that journey. I mean, eventually she'll tell the rest of the castmates, I guess, about what she's going through.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess we get a little scene next week with Maurice and Marceau talking about it.
Yeah.
Those scenes always come off weird because it's like, I mean, although he does say that Tisha told him about it, it's like until now y'all ain't discussed none of this. Y'all haven't, like, y'all just was like, okay, we're gonna wait till we start filming again.
Right.
His
Yeah.
brothers discussed that my wife has cancer.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a lot. Yeah. I don't know, child. But we shall see. So, but yes, but prayers and positive vibes. I'm not sure where Kimmy is in the process.
Yeah, I would think that I remember her saying she had 20 weeks of chemo to do, right? And I'm thinking they started this journey. I'm thinking they started this journey back in like July. So I'm thinking right about now she's a week or so of chemo.
Yeah.
I do know, I think in October she had an event, a bowling event to raise money for breast cancer, and I did see that Destiny and Stormy were, well, of course, Letitia and Marcel, but Destiny and Stormy were there as well. I didn't see any pictures of the Whitlows or Melody and Martell. That's not to say they weren't there, but I didn't see any pictures with them in it. But she looked good in the pictures. She seems to be doing well.
That's good. That's good. Yes, and shout out to the Whitlows.
Girl.
Congratulations, Tiffany. You got your baby. I mean, time will only tell. Time will only tell. But I'm glad you got your bundle of joy on the way, and I just hope that you do right by Big Lou. And
how old did Tiffany say she was?
She said she was 34.
I mean, if she's 34, then that means by the time she hits, a good 44, she'll be leaning over to Lewis again saying, so our daughter's 10 or whatever they're having. It's 10 now, and she may be leaving the house soon. So I'm still young enough, we can have another baby. Again, she's gonna be trying to find something else.
Yeah, what you guys thinking? Leave it in the comment section. What do you guys
First of all, is Tiffany 34?
We still have yet to find out, but
I think he's
got to be in his
older
40s,
than her.
He said that him and Marceau know each other. Like, he was like, we've known each other, we whatever. So Big Lou is definitely in his 40s. Like, I don't think that he's not in his 40s.
So Tisha is older than Tiffany?
Yes. Everybody is older than Tiffany on this show. I think isn't
Stormy's older than Tisha too?
Oh, Tisha? I thought you
said Stormy's older than Tiffany?
I think so. I don't know. Stormy might be the only one, but everybody else is older than Tiffany. Like, Mel's older than Tiffany. I mean, like, yeah. Anyway, even though it seems like Tiffany is like Kimmy's age.
Tiffany, no, you know what? I ain't even gonna say that. Never mind.
But yes, y'all.
You know what? I am gonna say it. Tiffany when you were adopted, they may have like messed up your birth certificate a little bit. You ain't 34. I don't think they got it right. Them people told you wrong.
They was smoking
And
on
that's
some.
not that she looks like old or anything, but Tiffany's just not 34.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's the way that she dresses that like ages her. I don't know, but yeah, I never would have thought she was 30 anything, personally.
Yeah. When she
Yeah.
went back to wherever she was from, trying to dig up her records and all that, and find her mom or find something about her biological people, she should have yeah, they messed up when they adopted her. And them people who adopted her, they were on drugs, right? They probably said they didn't even know how old that baby was when they got it. Baby probably baby probably was 4 and they talking about she only 1.
Oh no, not for child. Ooh, yeah, I don't
A
know.
little joke. I'm just playing, Tiffany. You probably did, you 34.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I don't know if we will ever see, child, because like you said, there might be just some documentation that's just off. So, which it happens unfortunately with a lot of these adoptees, and so sometimes it does actually happen. So we'll see if it actually comes out to be the truth. Anyway, y'all, thank you for joining us for another episode of Cuzzo Convo. Make sure that y'all love on that like button, share, hit subscribe, and all that jazz. And let us know, in the comment section, are y'all feeling this new Well, again, I say new Martell and Melody, but it's really not new Martell and Melody, because we already saw the future, or the
And
present,
Martin,
I should say,
right? He was
where
back
they.
to his old tricks.
So, so was it genuine? Was it for TV? Was it, were they trying to get too close? Was there some nostalgic moments that they shared? I don't know. Y'all can let us know in the comment section, and put those prayer hands up for
Right.
Kimmy.
Yes.
And tell us
Also, let us know in the comment section if we should cover Love and Marriage DC when it
oh,
comes,
brr, brr, brr. So
like we some. I mean, Monique's leaving. The Samuels are leaving the show, which I mean, they ain't really bringing nothing anyway. Is Winter coming back? Like we got
what's up,
questions.
sir?
So I mean, as much as I ain't really care for Winter, she bought the show. So she
I
brought
got
the
your
show
back.
to the show.
I had no issues with it. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not, like somebody said. I did read somebody's commentary. The other couples are not really that interesting to me for me to be like, oh yes. I mean, I like, actually, Areta was like one of my favorite
I
ones,
really like Raina too.
but it's still, just because I like her didn't mean that she's
Yeah, because
brought
I
any.
like her a lot, but Jamie, she keep Jamie.
But yes, yeah. But shout out to Cliff and Joy, who I love, from Ready to Love, uh, DC. Actually, they were Potomac, but what, Potomac, DC is the same. They did 2 darn seasons in DC pretty much, because they was hanging out in DC. They wasn't hanging out nowhere in no Potomac, trust me. Anyway, unless they was on the Potomac River on a boat, or kayaking somewhere. Um, but yes, but shout out to Joy and Clifton. I definitely love those two. They definitely, Joy's a singer, and they share a lot of great chemistry. So it would be great to see their journey, as they are a newly engaged couple, and I guess they will be showing their journey to the married
Also,
life, to the altar. So it'll be great to have them on. So I will definitely, like somebody said, I will give them 3 episodes. And that was somebody I might give about 1.5, and then I will be like, no, I'm good. Like, there's nothing.
this will be the test because once this season people aren't already not feel they're already not really feeling it. So once this season comes on,
Right.
this gonna be the final season if it's not hitting on anything. I'm
Yeah.
for real. Like,
Oh no, absolutely. Agreed. Agreed. So yeah. But yes, y'all. Alrighty, we out. Peace.